I have spent 2 or 3 months rebuilding my 350 for Ironman. I decided to make the rebuild as budget as possible, but I wanted to make power at the same time, right? So then I decided, hey, let's go with a set of Vortex heads. They said Vortex heads, you can only do a certain amount of lift. So I said, okay, that's out. Because I didn't want to do any kind of machine work, anything like that to them, all this and that. So I said, okay, I'm doing a little bit more research. Ran across a lot of guys running some cheap eBay heads, right? No brand on them, nothing. They came bare with nothing in them, right? But we're gonna get into today, how much did these heads cost me to completely fill them out with nice stainless steel valves, nice comp beehive springs, comp valve seats, valve seals, all the comp retainers and everything, man. We finna dive into it, man. Y'all hang in there. We finna talk. God is everything. Without God, I'm nothing. So let's get into this, man. Let's get into it. All right. So did a lot of research on these heads, man. There were both sides. You know, there's always both sides. There's always guys that say, oh man, those are some good heads, those are some bad heads, blah blah blah. But I seen a couple guys, I don't know what dies is. Couple guys doing different upgrades to like 350, 355s, and with certain cams they made like 400 and some horses. I'm like, okay, that's kind of impressive. All the guys who I heard say bad stuff about them, I can say per se, I didn't see them actually use the heads. They just kind of inspected them. But the guys that used them, they had nothing bad to say. They said, hey, they're decent heads for the price. So I'm gonna let y'all know what it costs to outfit a set of these heads. Now, could you do this a lot cheaper than me? Yes, you could have. You could have gotten a set of cheaper valves and this and that, and not went with comp springs, went with a cheaper set of springs, went with a smaller cam so that you didn't have to run so much springs. So we're finna get into it, man. But without further ado, let me get my list and we're gonna talk about these heads. All right. Sit there right there. It shouldn't be right there, but whatever. All right, so let's talk about it. So starting off, the bare head, like this head had nothing in it. It was just the head by itself. It was $359.10. That's the total price on eBay. I had some kind of little coupon or something like that, and that's how I got it for that price. So if I could be honest with y'all, man, I really did it this way for 2 reasons. I wanted to know what it would cost to do it this way. And also I figured, okay, if I could just buy piece by piece instead of spending $1,500 or $2,000 at one time, I figured, okay, I'd like to try it that way to see if I can do it any cheaper. Y'all have to find out if I did it any cheaper. All right, so far we are at $359.10. The valves up under here, they're 202.16 valves. Let's talk about the heads first. Let me do that first. So these are 68cc combustion chamber. They are straight plugs. They are 202.16 valves, and they're supposed to be 200 cc's. Aluminum. I mean, from what I can see, everything looks fine. The surfaces, everything looks fine to me. But I'm also not a head expert, okay? But anyway, let's move on from that, because we ain't finna dive into that. Not on this channel, we ain't. So the valves are stainless steel Elgin valves, E-G-L-I-N, I think that's how you spell it. Stainless steel valves, real nice valves. I like them. I don't know if they any good, but I also lapped the valves in and did all of that, did this and that. Lapped them in. The valve seals on top, I don't know if y'all can see them in there, but if you can see a little bit of blue inside of there, that little bit of blue you see in there, those are comp valve seals, and they were $36.89. The beehive springs, which are good up to like, I think 580 lift or something like that. Their comp valve beehive springs, they're a 247.46. All right. I got the retainers a little mixed up. So on aluminum heads, you have to have a bottom retainer and a top retainer. So one of the retainers was 4303, and one of the I think maybe the top one was 6495. Oh no, I'm sorry, y'all. The retainers are the little clips in here. Sorry about that. But the bottom holder, the bottom little plate, you know, you have to put those on aluminum heads. I know a lot of y'all probably know that. The bottom holder was $80.95. The top holder was $64.95. Don't have rocker arms. Here's what I'm still missing, but I know which ones I'm gonna get. So I still need studs, I still need rocker arms, I still need push rods and guide plates. Okay, so the rockers that I'm gonna run are gonna be $174.95. The push rods that I'm gonna run are gonna be $173.99. The rocker studs are gonna be $63.99. They're gonna be ARP studs, and they're gonna be just slightly longer because I got that from one of the guys in the video. The guide plates I want to run, they're comp guide plates, they're adjustable guide plates, because I had some guys say where the push rods go in sometimes can be a little funky, so the adjustable guide plates make it a lot better. The springs did have to be shimmed to 1.8, and those were $41.95 for a total of, anybody guessed it? $1508.87. Yes, these heads fully dressed will cost you about the same as a set of Flotex or AFR enforcers. So once I got these heads fully dressed out, I said, hey, let me do a quick comparison to see, did I do good or did I do bad? I'm not sure. So I checked it against Flotex. Flotex comes already with this done exactly like this. You could get a set of Flotex for $1,056, but you will still need rockers, the studs, guide plates. You will still need all those items, so you would probably have about the same in a set of Flotex, but I got a lot better pieces, a lot better parts in these heads. The valves on the Flotex are powder metal. These are stainless steel valves, so the valves are better, springs are better. But yeah, like I said, you will still need everything else. Okay, so then I compared them to a set of AFR enforcers, which the AFR enforcers, they have said that these are AFR enforcers. That's what I've heard. I don't know. They look just like them. I don't know. But anyway, so I compared them to the AFR enforcers. The AFR enforcers have a 600 lift spring on them. But like I said, you will still need your rocker studs, your rockers, your push rods, your guide plates. You will still need those items to, put them together. The AFRs alone, you would come up to $1443.52. So you would come out a little bit more expensive. You will probably come out about $300 or $400 more expensive with the AFR enforcers. But the AFR enforcers have iron valves. So I still have the better valves. Do I have the better heads? Questionable. I don't know. But if you got the budget, right? Let's just say you just want to put your own heads together, right? Or let's just say you want to do it like me. You want to do it piece by piece, because you don't just have $1,500 at one time to just throw it at a set of heads. So you say, okay, I'm gonna get it piece by piece and put it together. The right way would be to buy these bare heads, take them to somebody, let them inspect them, and then make you a decision from there. about everything else. Few other things you could do. You could give these heads a compression bump. These are 68 cc's. You could take them to the machine shop, have them shaved down to 64 or even 58, depending on what pistons you have. Now, I had a set of 305 small block Chevy heads that did not flow well at all. They sucked. They were swirl port. Just nothing good to say about them, other than they was reliable. I mean, I've ran the truck hot and didn't do nothing. Then the heads was okay. Now once I pulled the heads off, I did realize the head gaskets were really close to being blown, but the heads were fine. The heads were still fine. They've been sitting on back of the truck. I've been thinking about selling them, but they've been sitting on back of the truck, so I'm just like, whatever. But anyway, so yeah, man, $1,500 for a set of, these will be fully dressed for $1,500. So you will come out a little bit cheaper than a set of AFR Enforcers heads. So y'all stay tuned, man. I'm waiting on head gaskets. I ordered the wrong head gaskets, and these heads are going back on Iron Man. And once they are back on, Iron Man will be getting fired up. We're going out to run tests. I have previous tests, and that's the reason why I didn't go up on cubic inches or nothing, man, because I wanted to get a clear comparison of Iron Man before with the 350 and Iron Man after with the 350. So getting these back on, and we're going out for some tests, man. I'm gonna also do another video on the complete engine, 100% top to bottom, everything I bought, if the bill comes out good. If the bill comes out right, I'm gonna give y'all the complete bill sheet. You'll be able to go in the description, everything I got from Summit, everything I got from Amazon, and here and there and everywhere. You will be able to go get it with a link. But tell y'all what I will do for y'all in this video. The link to these heads, I will leave it in the description. I will leave the link to these heads in the description so you can go check them out. So far, I like them. I have to give y'all another update later. Until then, PullsTv, gone.